Everyone loves good reload animations. But I feel like weapon inspects and pullout animations are kind of underrated when it comes to FPS games. And part of the reason it can be overlooked is because sometimes inspects can feel tacked on. Regardless of developer size, in a lot of games, inspect animations fall into a category I like to call raising the gun and rotating it slightly. This isn't to say simple inspects are inherently bad. Take games like TF2 and Counter-Strike for example. For the most part, they've got pretty simple inspects, but it works because their main role in these games isn't to have hyper-detailed animations, it's more so to showcase skins. And in Counter-Strike especially, the scarcity of special animations makes it much more impactful when you do actually get a rare inspect regardless of the weapon skin. And speaking of skins, we have of course everyone's favorite Chinese game, Valorant.
I think the girls with their nails done now.
One. It's you and me. One.
Where for the modest price of one quadruple A Ubisoft title, you can actually get skins with unique weapon animations, building on simple inspects with mechanical changes and sound effects. The Origin skin set disassembles itself and levitates during inspects. The Protocol bundle has AI voice lines as its components shift and light up, and the Radiant Entertainment System has Game Boy keys and retro sound effects. And this one, oh. And unlike Valorant, there's games where inspects are not tied to monetization, and instead progression, like picking up a new weapon in the Doom reboots, or the tattoo inspects in Far Cry 3. Now, admittedly, these animations are usually passive, and sometimes not for weapons in Far Cry's case, but nonetheless, it's an instance where weapon inspects are used to visually remind players of their in-game progression. Now obviously more detailed inspects aren't exclusively a product of adding fantasy elements. There's plenty of FPS games that adopt more realistic inspects like the Metro series or Escape from Tarkov, where inspects feel more tactile and it isn't just about looking at the gun from a different angle. Animations in Tarkov especially have amazing mechanical fidelity, and this goes for the reloads in the game as well. It's really impressive how well the animations convey realistic weapon handling. And like needing to inspect the weapon to unjam it in Tarkov, there's games where weapon inspects have gameplay implications, rather than just being a visual thing. Take tactical shooters like Ready or Not or Zero Hour for example, where inspects reveal how much ammo you have left. But coming back to inspects with detailed animations, I should probably bring up the newer Call of Duty games. And obviously they're a bit more divisive in terms of weapon design and historical accuracy, and that goes for the weapons and the player models. But having said that, the inspects in the newer Modern Warfare 2 are all enhanced by great mechanical changes that can be done to them. Magazine removals, bullet tricks, revolver spins, all with very satisfying animations. And pushing this mechanical fidelity further are games like Cyberpunk 2077. Yes, it doesn't have a direct inspect button, but you can hold the weapon key to replay the first time pullout animation, effectively doubling as an inspect. And even on my shitty PC, the ambience and soundscape is really what elevates all the animations in this game. And that goes for the inspects as well. But up until this point, I've really just been focusing on inspects for firearms and melee weapons. What about for throwables and consumables? I feel like Valorant definitely missed an opportunity here by not adding inspects to abilities in the game. Like, it'd be nice if I could inspect KO's suppress ability or Cypher's trip, or even Jet's ultimate. In a game like Apex Legends on the other hand, you can inspect the nades and even your hands? And of course the various heirlooms, which I know count as knife cosmetics, but some of the animations are genuinely really creative. But in terms of actual utility inspects, I have to mention its introduction in CS2. Finally, decoy grenades have a purpose. I can do the bottle flip challenge with the Molotov and spin the bomb on my finger. Before this update, no one wanted the bomb. But now, no one still wants the bomb. Nothing's changed. That's why CS2 is truly the best sequel in gaming. Thank you, Gabe. But anyways, I bring these examples up because there's one game I've been playing a lot recently that expands on these non-weapon inspects quite a bit.
You tell me, and I'll make sure next time.
Why
But
do
this
you
time,
always fight every single one?
I just
every
gave
single game.
Dude, I
The
don't
caller that's
know.
on my screen.
Get ready for a mad cash chase to the magic number. Let's move it.
We're at the end of this game show event. What a spectacle!
Yep, it's the finals. A game with really well animated reloads and impressive destructibility. But at first glance, the inspects feel pretty tame. But guess what? Not only can you inspect guns and melee weapons, but you can also inspect every other item you can equip. Sonar grenades, mines, jump pads, healing beacons, defibs, chairs. Okay, you can't do chairs, but you get the point. So to tie up this tangent-filled video, simple inspects can feel really cheap sometimes, but other times it's a really expensive way to show off in-game cosmetics. And plenty of games use great animations, lighting, sound design, and attention to detail to enhance simple inspects. And I want to play more games that let me inspect items that aren't guns or knives. And there's probably plenty of examples of this I haven't covered, so if you have any, let me know. And of course, join me next time where I'll be opening 1000 CS cases completely blindfolded.